Well, the centre has handed out the first set of citizenship certificates to 14 people in Delhi under the Citizenship Amendment Act, almost 2 months after it issued a notification on the same. This comes 4.5 years after the act was converted into a law. Under the CAA, the qualification period of citizenship application has been reduced from 11 years to 5 years for undocumented non-Muslim migrants from Pakistan, Bangladesh and Afghanistan who come to India, or rather came to India before December the 31st, 2024. The CAA was enacted in December 2019 to grant Indian nationality to persecuted non-Muslim migrants from these 3 countries, which include Hindus, Sikhs, Jains, Buddhists, Parsis and Christians. The Ministry of Home Affairs has received applications from Pakistan, Bangladesh and Afghanistan from people belonging to these communities in the last 2 months. These are the people who entered India until the 31st of December 2014 on the grounds of religion-based persecution or because of a fear of the same happening to them. A thorough verification process was undertaken before extended citizenship. To talk about the same, we have a very special guest joining us. Union Minister General V.K. Singh joins us in this special telecast. Sir, appreciate you taking out the time and speaking with NewsX. The first question is, sir, how would you define this moment now that the first CAA certificates have been given?
It's not a moment. It's a culmination of how the law was framed, how the benefit was to be given to people who in 1947 decided to stay in the neighboring countries and did not come back at that time. Subsequently, they became minorities, and the law was meant to ensure that when they come back, they get due citizenship rights so that they can be treated just like any other citizen in India. Now, 300 approximately have been given their citizenship. That's what the reports say. 14 are from Delhi, whose the citizenship certificates were given by the Home Secretary. And when you see their reactions or hear their reactions, it's very clear that they are so happy about it that after a long time, after they have come to India, they have now got the right, like an ordinary citizen, to put their children in schools, to follow whatever profession they want to get whatever other benefits a citizen is supposed to get.
Right, sir. So you've been in the government for several years now. Before that, you served as Army Chief. Why do you think this was important to get done?
This is important for the simple reason. Like, for example, let me give you an example. There are lots of Hindus who did not migrate in 1947, stayed back in Pakistan. And they were a minority. They were not treated well. All kinds of, I'll say, horrendous crimes were committed against them. Some of them came legally, some of them came illegally. And large number of them have been living in miserable conditions because this law did not exist. Now this law is there, so after a due verification process, they get the citizenship right so that they can carry on living a normal life. Unfortunately, a lot of people trying to take some political benefit of the whole issue have tried to mislead population. Oh, it is, why aren't the Muslims being given this right? Well, are Muslims a minority in Bangladesh? Are Muslims a minority in Pakistan? Are Muslims a minority in Afghanistan? You have only misled people. It was meant for people who were minorities and were left behind in 47 because at that time, somebody promised them that, look here, we will take care of you, like any other citizen. Today, after the law was announced, people have to submit certain certificates, they have to be verified, a due process is carried out, and based on this, 300 people in the country have been given citizenship certificates.
Absolutely right, sir. So this also brings us to this important question. What would you tell people like Mamata Banerjee and of course the Congress party who still oppose the CAA because they call it citizenship which is based on religion?
You can't convince people who don't want to understand. What is it that West Bengal doesn't want to understand? They have actually, and I've served out there, they are instrumental in ensuring illegal migration. And not of Hindus, illegal migration of a Muslim population whom they want to use as their electoral bank. So what are they talking about? And I don't know what Congress has got a point about it, because it's a simple law that has been made for people who are left behind, and now they are minorities in those countries. They're not being treated well, and some of them have come. Once they have come, they need to be looked after.
General Singh, do you think there is also some sort of a global misunderstanding on what the CAA is all about? Or do you reckon there is a deliberate ignorance, especially from foreign media?
Unfortunately, what happens is people get carried away by the propaganda that is done, and some of our people in the opposition, they have great links with the anti-India media, and they are the ones who play this out in the rest of the world, where people who actually do not know anything. Sorry to say this. People in some of the countries, they do not even know what their town or village is all about. They just hear that, oh, crimes are being committed. Because this whole thing is packaged and showcased to them. So let's not unnecessarily get carried away by that. I think India has done the right thing, and nobody should question it for the simple reason that it is the right thing.
And so does the CAA also, instill and seal some sort of a trust in the minds of the persecuted minorities in Pakistan, in Bangladesh and Afghanistan that India is standing with them and will provide them protection from the atrocities that they are so used to?
What are minorities in Bangladesh and Pakistan and Afghanistan? Is the Hindu population? Is there any other minority? None. People who went from India, the Muslim population which went from India, they went with their own will. They went across. It's the worst possible thing that could have happened in the history of a nation, where the nation was divided and lakhs and lakhs and lakhs of people were killed. People were separated. People went through misery. We've forgotten that chapter. Today, we are trying to make amends so that at least some people who want to come back, they have a modicum available where they can live life as a normal person in India.
And so do you feel the CAA will strengthen your argument on Modi ki guarantee and of course the delivery record so far?
Let's not go by what some of the political parties say. They all parrot out things to confuse people. If they don't get confused, they put them into a different direction altogether. And unfortunately, large number of our people, they follow what has been told here. They don't want to use the discretion to understand it. Oh, so and so has said ABC and therefore it must be. Or they are told that look here, you will get a better life if you protest against it. It's got nothing to do with any minority in India.
So, last question before we let you go. Well, speaking again of Mamata Banerjee, she has linked CAA to NRC. She claims the names of 19 lakh Hindus were omitted in the state of Assam. How do you respond to that?
I think she doesn't understand that there is a due process to be followed. Unfortunately, lot of mirch masala is put in the statement to confuse people. The law is very simple. There is a due process. The process is to be followed, and accordingly, citizenship will be given.
General VK Singh, appreciate you taking out the time and speaking with us, sir.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.